Even with a 5-foot chess trophy and the title of valedictorian in high school, in Porterville High School, I still felt like a fraud every time I picked up a racket. Every time I stepped on the tennis court, I just couldn't deliver. Like something was wrong with me. I was that kid. Even though I can do my valedictorian speech, that little part in Spanish, and I was voted most likely to succeed in my class, but the award that meant the most to me, that actually I was super, super proud of, it wasn't any of the academics or the intellectual or the chess trophies. It was actually a really small, almost unforgettable award. Well, I guess almost forgettable award. And it was this: Most Improved Tennis Player. I guess also outstanding participation in sportsmanship. So it probably was more the sportsmanship. But it sounds funny, right? Like even after all the other accolades, like this one athletic award, and it was for JV, it was for junior varsity, most improved. And that award just meant so much more to me. It was a small, almost forgettable award for most people. But for me, the most improved tennis player for junior varsity, I even had my mom frame it. And that's why it's in such good condition. It sounds funny, but that little award meant a lot to me. More than some of the other medals and titles and all the other stuff I collected, because it reminded me that I could play that sport and I could improve and I can get better at tennis. But at the same time, my sister was winning back-to-back East Yosemite League championships in tennis in the same sport that we would play together with. And I could barely hit the ball. And I didn't understand why I couldn't compete. Like, why was I good at other things, but I couldn't compete when it came to the court, no matter how hard I tried. And the truth, it wasn't my genetics. Obviously, my sister was doing well. It was my eyes. In fact, my one eye, this eye was weak, and I was born with something called lazy eye. And so I had no depth perception. Even with the glasses, I couldn't even see that big E. So imagine trying to hit a ball where you can't even judge where it's at because you don't have both eyes working together. Every swing felt like a guess. And it wasn't about effort or talent. My brain and eyes were just not on my team. And that frustration stayed with me. It kind of shaped me. And years later, I found myself at UCLA, shadowing at Jules Stein Eye Institute, just finding out as much as I could about my own condition, and it kind of became like a calling. But I didn't actually fix my own eyes until after I even graduated optometry school. After I joined the College of Vision Development and started training my own eyes, learning about eyes in general, learning about the different ways, the different methods you can actually improve your vision. And that's when I finally was able to get some of that vision back, get the depth perception, what I've been missing all those years. And that's when my passion really kicked in. And so for the last decade, that's what I've been doing. I've been helping others, kind of like me, but much younger, before it starts to affect their lives like it did for me. I mean, especially working with athletes to help them overcome those same invisible barriers that literally become ceilings, where you can't go past that ceiling. Your brain-eye connection is gonna stop you from leveling up. And I've seen athletes just completely soar, not because they suddenly gained new talent or athleticism, which definitely helps, but because they unlocked vision skills that most of them didn't even know they were missing. They don't even know what they're called because there's so many of them. And it affects every facet of sport. And I didn't want anyone else to live with that what if that I carried. What if I had this knowledge earlier? What if I'd been able to really truly compete? And for me, it all started with that small, most improved award, this one right here. And it taught me that sometimes the biggest victories are hidden behind the smallest wins. And so if you've had something in your life like that, I'll ask you, what's that moment in your life that shaped who you are? And if you could change that one thing that might unlock your passion or potential, what would that be? What would it be for you? So that's kind of where I got started. That's how I got into this whole thing. And I absolutely love doing this, and that's why it's a passion of mine. What's your passion?